If you only upload and monetize your music through Distrokid, you may be losing out on a ton of money. That's what we're going over in today's video. What's up, guys? This is Omari with No Nonsense Music Marketing, the #1 place for music business and industry advice online. If you are not subscribed already, do me a favor and click that subscribe button right now, because most of you guys watching these videos don't even subscribe, which means you're missing out on key information for your music career. All right, so this video, kind of shocking that this is still even a thing in today's world with all the technology that we have. However, it is. If you upload your music through Distrokid, Tunecore, Lander, wherever you're distributing your music, and that's all you do, you may be losing out on a ton of music royalties. Why it's that way? There's no good reason. It's because that's how it was set up. This is how laws work. This is how the government rolls. And it's just wildly inefficient. However, this is how it is today. So do you need other things such as Soundexchange whenever you upload your music through Distrokid and Tunecore? Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, yes. So Soundexchange has a different purpose than your distributor, which is Distrokid, Lander, whatever. Soundexchange collects royalties from sites such as Pandora or Music Choice, which is, in case anybody doesn't know, because a lot of people don't, it's channels on satellite TV or cable services that play music all day long, and Soundexchange is responsible for collecting those royalties. So things like SiriusXM, non-interactive services where the user does not select the music. All right, so Soundexchange goes and finds those royalties or collects on those from these different organizations, and they pay them out to you. Now, this is different than Song Trust, which collects on a different type of royalty. So Song Trust operates in a similar way, however, collects royalties earned from compositions, known as mechanical royalties, and are paid to publishers and artists. So to boil it down, it's essentially a different type of royalty that Song Trust is collecting on versus Soundexchange. Why it can't just be consolidated all into one? Because that would be too efficient, and it's harder to move a big ship, essentially. So whenever all these laws were created way back in the day, they weren't really obviously thinking that there would be a streaming service 50 years later, 60 years later, and that would come and revolutionize the music industry. So instead of changing the whole system, they just tried to drag along all the old way of doing things and old laws and adapt it to fit this current model. And this is what we get with it. We get all these different companies collecting on different types of royalties for our music, and it's not the most efficient way where we could just be paid through one source or even have a decentralized way of being paid with blockchain and so on and so forth. But that's what you need to do. So if you don't have Soundexchange set up, you don't have Song Trust set up, you do need to go get those set up to ensure that you're collecting on all your royalties. You may not know that your song is really blowing up on Pandora or SiriusXM or one of these other means. Most artists that we come across are just focused on, hey, how to get my Spotify streams up, YouTube streams up, and more plays on Instagram, TikTok, ads, so on and so forth. So a lot of times they're not focused on Pandora because it's not as big. It's not as large as Spotify. However, there are still a lot of satellite radio listeners out there. Even if you don't listen to satellite radio, there's still a lot out there. So you just need to ensure that you're collecting on all your royalties by signing up for this. So we'll have a link in the description section where you can sign up for Soundexchange, Song Trust, those sorts of things. And if you have any questions, comments on this, any other further insight, drop us a comment on this video. Help out another musician. If you're a whiz with this type of stuff, with all the different royalties, feel free to help out. We talked to I talked to some copyright lawyers this weekend, some people that worked for the MLC, which is another organization that collects on types of royalties for musicians. Essentially, at the end of the day, what they were telling me is that this is how the system was set up a while ago, because I'm going to ask the logical questions, right? I want to know, why is this here? Not just, oh, what are all the different royalties? Oh, this one's a publishing, this one's a mechanical. Like, I want to know, why is it called this? Why do we even have this in place? At the end of the day, the answer was, this is how it started, and this is what we have to do today. So, is what it is, guys. But make sure you are collecting on them as best as you can, with all the knowledge that you can. Drop us a comment. Help us out with any questions you have and any other further explanation you think I missed out on. And we'll catch you in the next video.